Guys, I was watching First Take earlier today, and Stephen A. Smith absolutely went off about the New York Knicks and this latest move they just pulled off. And let me tell you, he didn't mince words. He said, the New York Knicks are making moves that most fans don't even recognize as important. But trust me when I tell you this, these little moves, they matter. They matter a lot. Stephen A. started by breaking it down like this. The Knicks went out and made a move involving undrafted rookie Dink Pate. They acquired his returning player rights from the Mexico City Capitans in exchange for the rights to Buoy. Now, the casual fan might look at this and say, why should I care? But according to Stephen A., this is Leon Rose thinking 2-3 steps ahead. He said, the Knicks have mastered using the G League as a farm system for their main roster. They've done it before with guys like Matt Ryan and Landry Shamet. And now, they're doing it again with Dink Pate. Why? Because they understand flexibility. They know they've got 3 two-way contracts to play with. Kevin McCullough Jr.? That's one spot. James Anaji? Probably another. Mohamed Diawara? He's most likely getting that second-round rookie exception. That leaves 1 two-way spot open. Who do you think that's going to? Dink Pate, ladies and gentlemen, Stephen A. went on to explain that the Knicks didn't have to make this move, but they did it because they believe in this kid's potential. And if they don't sign him to that two-way contract immediately, they still hold his G League rights. That means he stays in Westchester, developing under the Knicks system. Stephen A. said it best. This is smart business. This is Leon Rose being patient and thinking ahead. Because if Pate turns into something in the future, guess who benefits? The New York Knicks. And they'll have him at a bargain. Then Stephen A. got animated. He said, let me be very clear. This kid is only 19 years old. He's long, athletic, and he showed flashes during Summer League that make you stop and say, wait a minute, this boy might be able to play. He averaged nearly 10 points, over 6 rebounds, almost 3 assists, shot 40% from the field, and, get this, 50% from 3. In his best game, 20 points, 10 boards, 4 threes, and 2 blocks. That's no fluke. That's talent. Stephen A. also reminded everyone that Pate skipped his senior year in high school to join the G League Ignite back in 2023. That tells you something about the level of confidence and ambition this kid has. He's been playing against grown men in a developmental system designed for NBA talent. And then he wrapped it up with this. This is not some blockbuster deal. This is not going to change the Eastern Conference tomorrow. But these are the moves smart organizations make. These are the moves that separate the good teams from the great ones because they're always thinking ahead. Leon Rose deserves credit for that. So Knicks fans, don't sleep on this. Dink Pate might not be a star now, but if he develops the right way, this could be one of those moves you look back on and say, that was genius. So there you have it. According to Stephen A. Smith, the Knicks front office is out here playing chess, not checkers. They're setting themselves up for long-term success. And if Pate becomes what they think he can be, the Knicks just made a very smart investment in their future. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you of something Stephen A. Smith said earlier today. This kid, Dink Pate, is not just some random prospect. We're talking about the youngest professional player in U.S. history, 17 years old when he went pro, breaking the record previously held by Scoot Henderson. That's not something you ignore. Stephen A. brought up the fact that this move comes just weeks after the Knicks signed him to an Exhibit 10 contract for Summer League, and what did he do there? He flashed potential. He showed growth. And Stephen A. made it very clear. You don't take chances on a kid like this unless you see something special. Now, let's be real for a second. The shooting numbers? They're not pretty. A career 38% from the field on 9.3 attempts, 24% from 3 on about 3 attempts per game, and 5% from the free throw line. Horrendous? Yes. Stephen A. even admitted, that's bad. No excuses for those numbers. But here's where he dropped the hammer. He's 19 years old, for crying out loud. You think he's a finished product? Absolutely not. What I saw in Summer League is that he's improving. He's trending upward. And if he keeps that up, the Knicks would be fools not to lock him down on a two-way deal. Stephen A. then laid out the roster math. The Knicks have 3 two-way slots. 2 of those are essentially locked, Kevin McCullough Jr. and James Nnaji. That leaves 1 spot, and in his words, if that final two-way deal doesn't go to Dink Pate, it's a damn mistake, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. Give this kid the contract. It's low risk, high reward. Two-way contracts don't cost you anything in today's NBA, so what are we even talking about here? And Stephen A. wasn't done. He made it clear that Mohamed Diawara deserves the rookie exception spot. No debate, no conversation. But when it comes to that last two-way, it better be Pate. Because if it's not, somebody in that front office needs to explain themselves to me on live television. Then the conversation shifted. Stephen A. started talking about expectations for the upcoming season, and oh, he went in. Another season, another NBA Cup. The Knicks are not just participating this time, they're a legit threat. According to FanDuel, OKC is the favorite at plus 450. The Knicks, they're sitting right behind them at plus 550. That's how real this is. The Cavs are next at plus 600. Everybody else? Long shots. When it comes to Group C, it's not even close. The Knicks are 130 to win the group. The Bucks are a distant second at plus 410, and then you've got the Heat, the Bulls, the Hornets. Please, this is the Knicks' group to lose. Stephen A. finished by saying something every Knicks fan needs to hear. Cap space is tight, moves are limited, but that's why these little transactions matter. That's why a move like acquiring Dink Pate's rights is genius. It costs nothing. The upside is huge, and this is how you build sustainable success. Leon Rose? He deserves praise for this because it's moves like these that win championships, not just the splashy blockbuster. And then he teased us all. Don't think for 1 second Leon Rose is done. Oh no, there are more moves coming, and I can't wait to see what they pull off next. Knicks fans, stay tuned, because if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss something special. So there it is, straight from Stephen A.'s perspective. The Knicks are not only setting themselves up for the NBA Cup with favorable odds, they're also stacking the deck for the future. And Dink Pate? According to Stephen A. Smith, this kid might be a long-term steal if New York plays it right. And listen, guys, before we wrap this up, Stephen A. said something that really stuck with me. At the end of the day, the Knicks have put themselves in a position where even their smallest moves carry big implications. That's what smart front offices do. They prepare, they plan, they position themselves for flexibility. And right now, Leon Rose and this organization deserve some respect for that. Now, I want to know what you think. Do you agree with Stephen A? Siege, do you believe Dink Pate deserves that last two-way contract spot? Or do you think the Knicks should use it on somebody else? Because I'll tell you this, Stephen A made it clear. If this kid keeps trending upward, if he gets the right coaching and development, he could go from an under-the-radar prospect to a legitimate rotation piece. That's how success stories are written in the NBA. Stephen A also reminded us of something crucial. The Knicks aren't just playing for today, they're building for tomorrow. And that's what a real contender does. You stack assets, you develop talent, and when the time comes, you cash in. That's exactly what Leon Rose is doing right now. It's not flashy, it's not going to break the internet, but it's effective. And that's why the Knicks are positioned to win, not just this year, but for years to come. And don't forget, expectations for this season are sky high. The Knicks are favorites to win their NBA Cup group. They're in the top tier of odds for the entire tournament. Cap space is tight, options are limited, which means every move, every single decision matters. Moves like this one with Dink Pate might not make headlines today, but trust me, they could pay massive dividends down the line. So, Knicks fans, I want you in the comments. Let me know, are you riding with Stephen A on this? Do you see the vision Leon Rose has? Do you believe in these incremental moves as much as the big splashes? Because this front office, according to Stephen A, is out here playing chess, while everybody else is playing checkers. And guys, if you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a favor, smash that like button, drop your thoughts below, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update. We've got plenty more content coming your way, and you don't want to miss it. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and take care of each other. Because trust me when I say this, if Leon Rose keeps making moves like this, we might just be talking about the Knicks in a whole different light come playoff time. Peace.